Are you looking for easy, simple ways to be more productive or make better use of your time? Are you a list-oriented person, but sometimes you look at your list and you have no idea where to start? Do you look at your screen time at the end of the day, that little annoying notification that lets you know how much time you spent on your phone, and wondered what else you could have got done on your to-do list if you hadn't been so distracted by TikTok? Because same. Hi, my name is Mac Dingle and I tried calendar blocking for a full week straight. And I can confidently say that it has officially changed my life and I am not going back. Calendar blocking is also known as time blocking or time batching. And essentially it's using preferably a digital calendar to block off certain parts of your day in order to get the things that you know you need or want to get done. I've always been a list-oriented person, but between working from home all of last year and just motivation kind of being low in general, I've recently felt like I've been wasting such a huge chunk of my day and I didn't really know where I could make up the time that I know was missing in different pockets. Or I felt like I was wasting time prioritizing the wrong things based on my to-do list, or getting caught up in tasks that weren't on my to-do list at all. At the end of the day, I felt like I needed more structure, and after hearing about calendar blocking a couple times in passing, I thought it was time to give it a shot. So I set out the night before day one, looking at the list that I wanted to accomplish the next day, and then blocking off time in order to make those things happen. Let's take a look.
Myself young and restless, a lampoon of youth. So who am I to really teach you anything? Do I know what's true, true for you? But at least I think there are some nuggets found along the way. Learn to wait for night to turn into day, night to turn into day. But if your aim is straight, and if you're willing to wait, you're gonna get there. Wait and see. If you can take some rain, you'll get twice the sun, my friend. You're gonna get there. Wait and see. You'll get there eventually. Don't you try to run away from shadows. They always catch up. Learn to face whatever demons come your way. Don't become a stranger to hard labor. There's no other way. Hear me when I say, but if your aim is straight, and if you're willing to wait, you're gonna get there. Wait and see. If you can take some rain, you'll get twice the sun, my friend. You're gonna get there. Wait and see. You'll get there eventually.
Here are my first day of calendar blocking discoveries. The first one is that I had something to get me out of bed in the morning. That sounds very depressing, I know, but it's more so if I have a giant list of things to get done. When I'm lying in a cozy bed in the morning, I can just kind of convince myself that yeah, like I can get all of those things done, no worries. But I found that since I laid out everything that I needed to get done the night before in time chunks, I was visually understanding that I did need to get up at a certain time if I did want want to accomplish all of the things I set out to do. So when that alarm went off in the morning, it was much more motivating because I had a better understanding that everything fit like a puzzle for my day. I couldn't dilly-dally, which is really, really great because I knew that once my block was over of this specific task, it was on to the next task. And that definitely helped with social media scrolling as well as other forms of procrastination. I was worried that I might feel trapped by my own structured schedule, but that was not the case at all because my time was being spent on things that I wanted to do and I wanted to get done in order to feel accomplished in my day. So I felt like I was very in control. And also during the time blocks, if I happened to get something done in a shorter amount of time than I had on my calendar, I had the choice if I wanted to move on to the next thing earlier and keep that momentum going, or if I felt like I needed just a little break, that's the time that I would use to TikTok scroll or do something little that I've been thinking about that I didn't necessarily have in the calendar. So I felt like I had good control and also choices to make throughout the day as well. And normally those scrolling breaks would be unstructured, and since they didn't have a finite time of when I had to stop in order to move on to the next thing, I used to find myself unconsciously scrolling for a non-finite amount of time. But because I had these time blocks set up like appointments on my calendar, they were non-negotiable. I had to show up for them, and because they were things, again, like I wanted to get done in the day, it's almost like I had to show up for myself. I continued on the rest of the week planning my calendar the night before, and I ended up really, really liking it. It only took about 10 minutes, and at the end of it, I felt super, super prepared and motivated for the next day. And when I woke up in the morning, there wasn't a question on what the first thing to do was. I already knew how I was going to start my day. Except for Thursday. Thursday, I, one, forgot to set my alarm, and two, I didn't have my calendar set up the night before. But what I found was, since I had kind of stuck to the same different time slots in the morning at least, I knew that I was gonna get up, I was gonna work out, I was gonna do my morning tidy, and then I was gonna go get breakfast. But it was when I sat down after breakfast at my computer, because I didn't have my calendar set out, I found myself looking at my arbitrary to-do list, wondering honestly where to start. I wasn't sure what would be the best use of my time now versus later because I didn't know what was priority in the morning versus in the afternoon and what kind of made sense to do throughout the day. So it all felt kind of overwhelming, just like I had been running my life previous before time blocking. So before I let myself get a little too overwhelmed, I sat there for just like 5 minutes and I did my calendar block. I even filled in the little bits that I had already done just so it looked all fun and colorful and full. And even on Thursday, when I didn't have my calendar set up the night before and I did not wake up on time, I still even got everything done on my list because I chose the calendar block before continuing on my day. Calendar blocking allowed me to turn my arbitrary long to-do list into actual scheduled events throughout my day. It took away the question of what I should do first or when, or even if everything was going to get done. And it gave me total control of knowing that I did have the time to get everything that I set out to do done. And if I started filling out the calendar and realized that I could not physically fit it all into my day, it gave me that reality check that my to-do list was very unreasonable for that day, instead of finding that out later and feeling defeated. That's not to say that things didn't come up because, hey, it's life, it's unpredictable, but by using a digital calendar, I was very easily able to shift things around, shorten things, make things longer, and still make my day work to be as productive as possible. Above all, calendar blocking made me feel like I was making the absolute most out of the time that I have in my day versus wasting it on less important things or things that I never even set out to do in my day, which is what led me to calendar blocking in the first place. If you all have absolutely any questions about calendar blocking or my experience with calendar blocking, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to answer them for you all. If you're not already subscribed but you liked this type of video or other lifestyle content, make sure to hit the subscribe button because I upload videos here every single Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Everybody do not forget to give this video a big old thumbs up, and I will catch you in the next one, my friends. I'll see you later. Bye!